Hi, Mr. Unger here, and in this video we're going to start learning Python in Algebra 1. Now, why is this important? Well, Algebra 1 is one of the math skills that you're most likely to use in a business situation or something like that, knowing how to graph a line, those kind of things, how to read graphs. They're very important uh, in the work world. And Python's very important. Python's one of the most popular programming languages because it's easy with Python to analyze math, and it's fairly easy to write. So in this video, we'll start learning Python. I'm going to pull up my integrated development environment, which is VS Code. You can get in a debate if it's a full IDE, but it is a fairly good environment for writing Python. I have a previous video in the description where I show you how to install VS Code. Okay, and let me just increase the font size a little bit for this video. Let's put it up at 25. 35 was a bit much in the previous video I did. So we'll put it up there. We'll get the font size pretty big. And we're going to create a file called evaluate expressions. And I have to have the file extension .py for Python. Okay, so we've got our file, and we've got this little terminal below, and that's where we're going to run it. And with VS Code, I can just hold on. Yeah, there we go. I can just drag it and increase it and decrease it. And then I can go click here, and I can either click this to close the sidebar or do Control B. I personally like the keyboard shortcut, but it's up to you. Okay, so a typical thing you might do in Algebra 1 is evaluating expressions, and you might evaluate an expression of the form, and I'm going to put the little hashtag symbol, that's a comment in Python, but it would be of the form a plus bx, okay? So you'd be evaluating an expression like that to find a value. Now, we can write a program in Python that will take the value of x when you're given that kind of expression and tell you the value. And if you're a student and you're doing your homework, maybe you can write that program in Python and really impress your math teacher. Or he might get mad, he or she might get mad at you for not doing your work. It's a toss-up. But anyway, so let me show you how to do it. Okay, so we're going to start with just a basic one. We'll start, and then we'll work up to a little bit more complex. So we're going to start with 2 plus 3x. And the way I'm going to be instructing this course is I'm going to be just kind of showing you how I'm going to do this stuff. I'm going to give you little shortcuts for VS Code along the way. And I'm also going to give you some things I can do in Python, like you may have already learned how to write a comment in Python by seeing me write 2 comments in Python. So that's something you would have learned. You'll learn a print statement. You'll learn how to write a function in this lesson, okay? And then we're going to keep going through the math concepts. You'll see some of these things repeating, and the repetition and following along will help you to learn Python and math. And if there's something you don't understand or I go too fast in something, you can always stop the video and go back, okay? All right, so let's say we have that and we want to evaluate it for a certain value of x. We're going to start with just having some value of x, all right? So we're going to say x equals, let's pick a number 5, okay? And we're going to write a function to evaluate that value. So we're going to say def and then a space. So that's going to start a function. Okay, and then we're going to type the name of the function. I'm going to call it eval exp for evaluate expressions, and then we'll put a parenthesis. So when you put the opening parentheses in VS Code, it automatically closes for you and puts the cursor in between, which is a nice feature. And we're going to input the value of x. Okay, so we put that into the function. So now, if you're learning about evaluating expressions, you're also learning a little concept that sometimes is learned a little bit later on in Algebra 1, which is functions, okay? So you're learning that as well. All right, now I can go to the end of this, and at the end of where I declare the function, I want to put a colon, okay? And then I want to hit return down to the next line. You'll notice VS Code automatically indents for me. Now, if you're on a different text editor that doesn't do that, or a different IDE that doesn't do that, you do want to indent in. Python is very particular about the indenting. If you don't indent in, you'll get an error. Okay. So now we want to actually evaluate this expression. So let's call what the value of the expression is as exp underscore val for expression value. Now you can name it whatever you want for the most part. There's a couple things you can't name it in Python, like str. I don't think you can name it that because that stands for string, and some other things like len and stuff like that. But anyway, so we have our expression value variable, and what we want to do is we want to evaluate if we put in x. So that's just going to be equal to 2 plus 3 times whatever x is. That's going to be it. Okay. Now to get that value out of the function, we're just going to hit return down to the next line and what we're going to type is return and then exp value. And you'll see it suggests that you want to use this, so you could click on this if you don't want to type it out. Okay, so I'm going to hit return again, and this automatically indents. Some other ones like Emacs, which is another one that's popular, it actually, once you hit return, it knows that you are out of the function. So I'm going to space down and I'm going to unindent, because now the indenting stuff is happening in the function. We're out of the function now. And we want some variable to represent this. So we're going to say, and I'm just going to do exp underscore value, and that's going to equal the function eval exp at x. Okay, so if I didn't do this, and if I didn't do the next thing where I actually print this out, I'm not going to get anything from this function. So if I go right here and I just put a hashtag in front, comment that out, and another way to comment that out, by the way, if I'm here and I want to comment this out, I can hit Control and /, and VS Code will comment out the line for me. And then to toggle the comment back or away again, I can hit Control and / again, and I can bring it back. But let's get rid of that. And what I'm going to do now is just hit Control S first to save the program. And then I'm going to go up to this little triangle up here in the corner and hit that to run it. And you see it ran it, and there was no output, right? So we haven't called the function, so we need to call the function to have it run. Now, if I do this, I'm just setting the value of the variable. Nothing is going to output either, but the variable is calling this a function for the value of x, okay? So now I actually, to get the output, I have to print the evaluation, the expression value, and it gives me that suggestion, so I'm just going to click on that. Now I'm going to hit Control Save, and we'll see what happens. All right, so we're going to run it, and we get 17. Okay, so, and if we think about it, let's think about this mathematically, because you're trying to learn Algebra 1 as well. So we have 2 plus 3 times 5. Well, Python and in Algebra 1, you have to respect the order of operations. So you have to do 3 times 5 first, so you get 15, and then you add 2, so you get 17. Okay, so Python, it will respect programming languages, they respect the order of operations. And you have to do that in mathematics as well. And so we would get 17, because 15, again, 3 plus 5, we pass in 5. 3 plus 5 is 15, and then plus that 2, 17. Okay, so that's a basic one where we're evaluating expressions. But let's say we have a bunch of problems like this, and you want to make a program that'll make your homework a little bit easier, streamline your homework a little bit. So I'm going to get rid of this stuff and get rid of this too. And I want to have the user input the values of A, B, and X. Okay. So to do that, I can set a variable A and say A equals input, and then, what is the value of A? Question mark. Now, I'm not going to put a space, but you want to put a space, and I'll show you why in a moment. Okay. Then we have a plus bx, so b equals input. What is the value of b? Again, I'm not putting a space just yet. We go down to the next line, x equals input. What is the value of x? Now, the thing about that's going to happen here is we are going to run this program, and we may have some issues, okay? Just giving you forewarning. So let's Control S to save it, and you'll see a change from an open circle to an X, meaning it's saved, and we're going to run it. And we say, what is the value of A? So we put our cursor down here. Notice there's no space. So we want to have a space just to make it a little bit more user-friendly. I'm going to say 7. What is the value of B? I'm going to say 4. What is the value of X? Let's say 2. Okay, and then we're going to get an error. And it says traceback, most recent call last. And we look down here. I like to tend to look to the furthest error down because that really tells me what's going on. And we see the type error. Unexported operand type S for plus, integer, and string. Okay, so what the heck does that mean? All right, so what is happening here is that we are, when we're taking an input, we're getting a string, but we're trying to evaluate it as an integer, and Python's screaming at us, you can't do that, okay? So well, first off, let's put a space in all these. And, I could just put my cursor and hit space and hit space 3 times, but an easy way to do it is put the cursor there and then hold down Alt and click it up here, and I can do multi-editing and then just hit 1 space. That's a lot easier. Okay, so we took care of the space problem. There's another problem we need to take care of. We need to make sure these inputs are turned into integers. And the way we do that is we'll start here, and I'm going to do it for all lines. So I'm going to hit Alt, and I'm going to type int, and then the open parentheses. Okay, so that opens it up, but you see that we've got some errors here. It gives you a warning. There's a red over here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's giving me a warning. And basically what we need to do now is close it out. All right, so we're going to do a closing parentheses. Now, look, this turns to white. The error goes away, so I'm going to hit Control S to save. Now, for this terminal here, I'm getting it kind of full. I can type clear and just clear it out, okay? And I can also make it full screen if I wanted to, if I'm running a larger program. I could pull up a terminal in the same directory and run it from there using Python 3. But just for start, we're going to run it from here, okay? So now we've gotten that taken care of for the most part, okay? So I'm going to run this Python in this terminal, and we'll see what happens. So let's start with some values. We'll do A is 6. Let's do B is 7. So we have 6 plus 7. And then for X, we're going to put 5. And let's run it. And we get 17. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 6. That should be 41. What's the problem here? The problem is we're not passing A and B into the function. So we're just passing that value of X. So if we saw in the first example, we got 2 plus 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 2 is 17. We're getting 17 again because we've only passed in the value of X. So we also have to pass in A, B as well, and then also X. So we can pass in more than one. And down here, we have to do that as well. Otherwise, we'll get, oops, sorry about that. We will get another error, okay? So we can pass them in, but there's one more thing we have to do, okay? So if I pass them in now, so I'm going to hit Control Save, and let's just clear our terminal. Just practice clearing it out, and let's run it. And I'm going to do, 6, 7, 5. I'm still getting 17. What's going on? Here's the problem. We have hard-coded A and B to be 2 and 3. We need to put these as variables. So we're going to have A. And notice how the color changed. Once I put A inside the function, the color up here changed because what VS Code is noticing is that I'm passing B into the function, but nowhere in the function am I using it. That's why it's kind of a little bit grayer. I don't know if you can see that. So now I'm going to delete 3, and as I press B, you'll see that it changes color. So A, B, and X are now in that brighter blue, okay? that means I'm passing all of them into the function. Okay, let's clear this out again, and let's run our function this time with 6, 7, and 5. And we get a value of 41. Okay, so if we do 6 plus 7 times 5, 7 times 5 is 35, plus 6 is 41. So our program works. But our solution isn't that user-friendly. It just says 41. I don't know if I like that. So in Python 3, so this works in Python 3, just keep this in mind, we can use something called an F string. So we can put an F and then double quotes, or I think single quotes works, but we can say the value of the expression is, and we have to do curly braces to pass in the variable. So we have this expression value variable. So we put those in the curly braces. I'd put a period for proper punctuation. You'll notice that we've got this big red here. We've got a red up here. What have I forgotten? Well, I have to close out my quotes, okay? So like I said, you can do quotes like that. If they're not matching, it's going to throw up something. But if I match this, the error is going to go away. So VS Code is telling me I can use single or double quotes. I like the double quotes, so I'm just going to use those. Okay, I'm going to hit Control S to save. Okay, let's run it again. Let's clear it, and let's run it with some different numbers this time, just to test. So let's do 9, 5, and 2. It says the value of the expression is 19, which is correct because 5 times 2, so 9 plus 5 times 2, 5 times 2 is 10, plus 9 is 19. Okay, so that concludes this lesson. There are some errors that can come along, and we'll explore how to get around those in future lessons. For instance, let me just show you one error that we haven't covered, but they could come up. So let me run this program again. What is the value of A? Let's say I'm a contestant on Celebrity Jeopardy, and someone says, give me a number, any number, and I type E. And then it throws an error because I'm trying to enter E into an integer, and that's not going to work. There is a way to prevent that from happening where it prompts the user that they must enter an integer, but that's beyond the scope of this lesson. We'll tackle that in further lessons as we continue to explore the wonderful world of Algebra 1 and Python. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video, and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, as it really helps the channel grow. And here comes the awkward part where I have to turn off Screencastify, and I was too lazy to clip out the end part where I'm doing it. And I'm going to smile.